on JDN Radio 101.5 FM. And this afternoon with me here, I have, please can you introduce yourself to everyone?
Service Prem in CDB Watt.
What?
Yes.
So this, today is a very cold day.
Absolutely.
Absolutely very cold.
Yes.
So what do you see about today?
You and I doesn't know how Maraji, before I left, Maraji has already described today's rain as a blessing.
As a blessing.
Seriously. So because you and I didn't know how sun shines or how rain falls. The Creator knows why he makes it so. Of course, human being can also make rain fall at will. Yeah, that's what we've come to realize. Human being has the power to control weather.
Control weather.
Exactly. The human being can do a lot.
But you know, human beings do things based on selfishness.
I disagree.
If I want it to rain and you want it to sun,
Yes.
will it happen at the same time?
It depends on which, and the Creator will now be just like the judge to decide on is it your own that is more favorable or mine.
Ah.
Yes.
Okay. So if we have like 50% that want it to rain and 50% that want it to sun, how will it be judged?
Definitely, the Creator knows why that day, and something beyond our comprehension. The month, the day, and why is it? Does it not necessarily will this rain affect the crops, or will the rain will not affect the crops? Not because it is not only us that have quest for all these things. Even the animals, the crops, they also have it.
Okay.
So the Creator will have a consensus from us down even to the lower animals before I can be able to, to grant our wish.
Because at times when you walk under the scorching suns and you just felt, I just wish it rains and it's not coming forth.
Exactly.
You felt it's not working.
Yeah, and Creator knows why he doesn't want rain to fall at that moment.
Because
exactly, because on that particular day a lot of things is happening. So the Creator will not be able to grant. Just like one of these Indian magician who was in America. His name was D. Lawrence. This is the writer of the 6th and 7th book of Moses. They are using now to do magic. When he was cross-examined, when he was interviewed about his magical performances, he said that he only knows how to appease the holy name Maharaji to make things work. That if, for instance, he had a demonstration. If a matches box is placed in box A and later you can remove it in box B, that it is that there's an energy called Maharaji that transfer that matches box from box A to box B without our own physical vision. And for every magic he does, he only knows the technique, the tactics to appease the Maharaji spirit to enable that thing works. So that's why even for whatsoever we do, there's a spirit who grant it. And that spirit is called Maharaji. Grant all our wishes, whether religiously or whether you believe it or not. For all our dreams that come true positively is granted by Maharaji. Now, since we didn't know this and how the Maharaji spirit works, that's why Maharaji has to take a body in the form of human being to be as a teacher, to teach the mystery of Maharaji, as the Sadguru Maharaji mystery and the applications of the Maharaji spirit. Because human being, even no matter how strong is a magician, he can turn stone to diamond. No, there's a spirit helping him to do that thing. He only knows how to. When you see him invoke, when you see him chant, there's a spirit that is doing it for him. But only we don't see it. But he can communicate with that, unseen realities, and that is why until Maharaji came, Sadhguru Maharaji has to come now to tell us that these are the things. Because even the world we are living in today, they say the world is 15 billion people walking on the planet, but there are times 5 of unseen human beings walking among us. There are fairies, there are angels, there are so many, all this spirit goes around helping us to do one thing or the other.
So all of the pictures they paint for us in movies, like there are fairies, there are giants, magicians.
Yeah, of course there are.
And some unseen energy. Some people go to the extent of being a cultivator, like we see in movies, having some kind of power, some kind of, let's say, fire, some kind of high, some kind of that.
Exactly, it's true, absolutely true. Because you see something, the problem that we had, or the reason behind, is that religion hid so many facts about creation from us, make us to believe that the world is a cosmic joke. But all what you see are all true, because the seven element of creation controls the birth of human's birth. The stars, the sun, the water, the fire, the mother earth, the air, and the thunder. And every human being possesses different energy from this elements. If one is from water, so this mommy water, it can control water, it can control energy. Those things we see in movies. How somebody, maybe if you watch this movie Splash, those mermaid film, it's true. Some people you see they maybe like you watch like the Avatar, the Airbender. Yes. So all the human being, it depends. They have this power inside them. Some from fire has the power of the eye. They have it. Not that we don't have. All human being has. But without knowledge, without Guru Maharaj, you'll not be able to realize the one you have and to beam it up. But some people are really beamed when they come on a planet. That's why they say that's as if they are so superior to the rest. No, we are all from the same element. They are fire from fire, but out of grace of Maharaji, we came conscious. Because the Bible says that it is sin that reduces the grace of God from man. And what is this grace of God? The ability, that consciousness is destroyed. So when you now meet the Sadhguru Maharaji of your own time, what Sadhguru Maharaji does is to give you teachings, guidelines on how to amplify that energy inside you for your own betterment. And if you don't, and Maharaji will not give you power that will use that power, power that will amplify that power for negative purposes, even though the thing will not work, because that power was meant for positive applications. But that doesn't mean that that there are no witches. Of course they do. They are. But for whatever.
Do they naturally have their own planets? Because I was reading from a particular book that they were actually given their own planet.
Every human being came.
And they have their domain. So if you are trying to cast them, it is literally because it is part of what they have to do to have a balance on Earth.
Of course, every human being, we came from different planets into the Earth planet. But before the deluge of the Atlantis, all human beings were working on the Earth planet, was living on Earth planet. All were living on Earth planet before human sin make the planet Earth to crack into different continents we have.
When we have one language.
Yes, exactly. And it altered, that is the nucleus. It was man's sin that that made the Earth planet. It was a straight form. America, you can just drive from here to America without no ocean. You can drive from here to Australia without no ocean. So there was a time before the deluge of the Atlantis that the whole Earth planet got busted and separated themselves. We have America. If you push in by geographical display, map and push the open, so that it will now form, push it into Africa so that it will become a ball. So it's now the oceans that separate it. There was no ocean until that time. Human being, like if you're Christian, they said the Noah, the flood, and all those stuff. So it was true. Then one day the whole planet rain fell for more than 400 days. And that is how the whole thing, the whole land landed. I mean, Earth, got blown into pieces. And the thing that, so after that time, some people were driven into the sea. Some people were driven into the trees. Some people were driven into the rocks. So that's how you carve all this thing. But they're all living on Earth planet. Some people went into the beds, went into the skies, hid from there. But the most important thing is for one to take a body of a human being, because like the mermaids we are talking about, I have seen them twice. I have seen a living mermaid. There was the during Beijing Olympic 2008, when they hosted Olympic in Beijing, and that was the most expensive Olympic that has ever hosted. So after the Beijing, the lock president of the Beijing Olympic was interviewed in BBC, because it was after Beijing, the London Olympic. So they were asking him, that very girl that sang on the first day of the Olympic, what happened to that girl? How managed? The voice, she sang a song and she had more than 5 voices, 10 voices were heard from one voice. The man laughed. He said, well, the Chinese wanted to surprise the whole world. After they have built the best stadium, the best electronic equipment, they have to go into the ocean to bring that girl to come and sing that she was a mermaid. Can you believe that? So I heard it. And I think in the early 90s, the world's second best surveyor was a mermaid. His name was Engineer Zimmerman. He was employed by Renault to survey aluminum smelting company of Nigeria in Ikotabasi, my hometown. He was employed with Renault, and he lives 2 weeks on Earth, 2 weeks on land. And my cousin was his driver. It would on after that 2 weeks they would drive him to Imo Bridge that connects Akwa State and River State through Ogoni. That Imo Bridge, when he goes go there on that particular day, man would just say, tell my cousin that so time come and pick me up. You see him pyong inside the water. On that same particular 2 days, 2 weeks, when he comes back, you just come back with his body dry. You just enter his car, they take him back to office. And when he came, he told the Forrestal, because it was Forrestal erection, that all the staffs that want to work with him must wear red, because then Ferrostal was having all the surveying department have to wear red. He said because that is the highest color of positivity, red that we didn't know. That that's in love. So my people that work with him said, I said when they're on the line walking, they just see a big python just come out from somewhere. He said then don't run. They come and call him. Oh, that is his wife. We'll just carry the python, enter one car, or enter their car before you know, or their caravan, and that is it. And the python will enter bush again. So a lot of things that religion hid from us until Mariah came to reveal most of these things. And all these fairies, they are there. Sometimes, look, my grandfather, look, in my hometown, sometimes you go to my grandfather's well, you see rice and stew meat coming out from the water. Something we used to see them, see gold plate and everything. They are there. They are
it's not a sacrifice.
It's not a sacrifice. It's not. It's still happening today. Some people choose their wife from the ocean, of course. Choose their wife up to today. They are still getting married, but only if should look short. There's a philosophy that they say that the Noah boat talk ended his journey in Florida, in US, because Florida has the highest numbers of working mermaids. In Florida, if you are in Daytona Beach in Florida, you will see them just coming just play with you in the afternoon and going back. But why are they hiding this story from us? Why are they hiding it? Florida has the highest habitat of python in the whole world. Why are they hiding it from you and I? Until Mariah came say, hey, start revealing this secret to really know that the world we are living is not a cosmic joke. There are things that is happening. So that you respect somebody you know, because sometimes you see somebody on the street, you don't know who that person is. You want to run your mouth on that person negatively. You look at them, okay, say this way, oh my God, you don't know who that person is. They are aware in most of these big companies, they are the one ruling the companies. They are everywhere, you know. So that is what it is, my dear.
All right, so I want to ask this question. Why does the path to divine knowledge to some people require passing through section of... Some people might be thinking it's suffering because they will have to leave what they do and adapt to something.
Yes.
And some people might have doubts, and some people might just feel disoriented.
Yeah, for every surgery somebody wants to undergo, the nurses must prepare you for the surgery. You cannot just come like and now just walk into a surgical room. The doctors must be prepared. You yourself must be prepared. They have to show you your thing, your sickness is what you're going to do. This sickness, those surgeons must discuss with you that the patient may be 1 hour 30 minutes. You know, you're going to put into sleep, or they will not use analgesic for you, anesthesia. You know what I mean? Local anesthesia for you. So many things they will keep your mind ready, so that fear is a defeat of itself. So that's why knowledge is. When you come for knowledge, you're going to be groomed. Because those are on the physical plane. We're not going to be groomed for your soul to realize the importance. Because knowledge is the power of the soul, power of the heart. Your soul has to be ready. They say when the student is ready, the master appears. Because if you plant in unprepared ground, definitely that crop is not going to yield. So your soul, body, mind, soul must be prepared towards you receiving knowledge. That's why it is. And they say no pains, no gain. People see it as no. You're going to be trained. Because from that day, your life is going to be different. Your life is going to be, not after knowledge you start going back to lie down. No, you must learn how to practice knowledge. And your body, your entire body reflex must be trained to fit in with the practice of knowledge. That's what it's all about.
Okay, so I have this last one I want to ask. Now, you were talking about alignment and creation. Exactly. So if creation, is a signpost pointing towards divine knowledge, at what point does attachment to the physical world stop being a guide and start becoming a distraction?
The physical was the
when does it stop becoming a distraction?
When you finally see
the divine knowledge.
Yes, when you finally see your quest for spiritual consciousness beyond the physical. And that's why the artist says, right? That's why we sing in the artist, anger, desires, and attachment rob us of eternal life, take away our heavenly life. And these physical propensities has always been the man problem that blocked man from spiritual realizations. So A time comes that you have to see your quest beyond, your desires. That is it. So there's always a kind of, a two ways. Either you choose to material world, going to the spiritual world, but unknown to man that it is the spiritual world, that material world is a reflection of the spirit, or yes, of the spiritual world, and the realities is in the spirit rather the physical. Because you may start chasing the physical world like billions cattle in the air. The real, the root of everything is in the spirit. So you have to ignore what you see with the physical eye to go what you see with the third eye. Until when you get in the third eye, then it manifests in the physical world. So that's always been this controversy that people need to understand. People don't really understand why they say, "Oh no, leave the physical world alone first. Go into the spirit." Because that is the spirit. The spirit is where everything is being manufactured, like a factory or like an industry of life.
So you are saying that to get to a point that when one has the divine knowledge,
Yes.
Thinking of what to do, what to eat,
Yeah.
who to be, who you want to be would be less desirous
Yeah,
by us.
absolutely. No. See, the purpose of receiving knowledge is to make you attain your dreams. Finish. To make you attain your purpose. You want to become a billionaire through divine knowledge, anything you want to become. But just like when you are in this school about to read the exam, you have to put off parties aside and face your studies. That is just how it is.
All right.
Yeah.
All right. So do we have any number people can call you to if they want to connect?
Yes.
Okay. So can you?
Marriages, yeah, we have 080 34 00 7045. 080 34 00 7045.
Okay. Do we have any other number again? 080
Yes.
34
34 00 7045.
7045.
You can also call 080 37 19 2669. 080 37 19 2667.
All right. So if they call, they should just call. And do they need to say anything before?
Yeah,
when the number has been
when you
picked?
call a customer care, you need to explain why you call. This is this. I'm ready. I want knowledge. I want to know more about marriages world, and you'll be told on what to do.
Okay. So
Right.
can they be put through via the phone without coming to the village?
Of course. When you make inquiry, you can call any company to make inquiry for the goods you want to buy. But when you want to see the real product, you have to go to the factory to get
You
it.
have to go to the factory to get it.
Exactly.
All right. So in the next few minutes, because our time is fast spent, we
Okay.
have like 2 minutes in leaving the program. So
Okay.
what do you have to say in total of everything that we've
Yes.
discussed?
I want to tell Nigerians to be precise. Our Momo don't do. The Sadgro marriage is here. If you have Sadgro marriage in your life, all unanswered questions will be answered. Poverty, to be precise. Poverty is from ignorance of the cosmic principles. Sickness, untimely death, failures in life. Because for every action, there is a reaction. For every reaction, for every cause, for every effect, there is a cause. The part of Sadguru marriage give you the ability to understand all the causes of the effects you are facing negatively. So have seek marriage and have all your answers answered for a better, for a better person you want to be. That is just it.
All right. So you have it there for anyone that want to connect to Sadhguru Maharaji. The number again is 080-3400-7045 or 080-3719-2667. Let me go through the number again. 080-3400-7045 and 080-3719-2667. And when you call, you let them know your request, as he has said, and you will be put through on whatever you think it's giving you issues or you are being confused about. Can you tell us your name once again?
My name is Service Premi in CDB Watt.
All right, so that's how we're going to have it this afternoon on Sadhguru Maharaji Half Hour. As you have seen that he has expatiated on so many things. So if you have any question, you can call the number that I just called on earlier. I remain Abiodun Samson. Until we'll come again on Sadhguru Maraji Afawa on JDN Radio 101.5 FM. Stick to this frequency and do not tune it away.